Alright, guys. So, sorry for the cut in the video. We started talking about the Knicks, and clearly the CEO of AT&T is a Knicks fan because he decided he was tired of hearing what we had to say here on the podcast and just completely cut the internet. But we are back, and as we were speaking about before, Knicks Hawks steal game 2 in the Garden.
Yeah, not much more to add. The Knicks just offense in the fourth quarter just was non-existent, and the Johnson kid on Atlanta is nasty. I
Yeah.
think he's really really good, and I think the series is gonna be a good one. We'll see because I think they're going back to Atlanta now, so we'll see
Yep.
what happens in the A Town. But gonna be a good series for sure.
Now let me pose this question: can the Detroit Pistons lose this series, or is this just a one-off Magic win?
No, I think they definitely can lose it. I mean, Cade had 40 and they still lost, but I just also think the Magic just are not that good. Like I'm just not a believer in the Magic. I think they're just not one of those teams that can string together wins. But also, I don't want to like say that they can't win it because it's. I think the Pistons are still missing a couple pieces, but the Pistons are. I think Cade's gonna have a huge bounce back game. I think they're gonna win it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
not saying the Magic
that's
couldn't win it.
crazy, crazy upset there. Surprised to see Orlando get that one in Detroit. Cavaliers. Um,
You can go ahead and
yep.
chalk this series. This one's over.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one's
done.
over. Yeah, I'd
Bench
go ahead
Shock,
and mark
Bench
that as
Shock
one.
approved.
Yeah, go ahead and chalk it. Cavs won that series.
All right, so you heard it here first. Bench Shock approved. Cavaliers next round. Here we
Honestly,
go.
there's a lot of these series that I'll call. Like I think a majority of these series are already over.
All right, let's do a little game here then. Ready?
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna call this Bench Talk NBA Guarantee.
Let's do it.
Alex, you're gonna go through every series and you're gonna give me your guarantee.
Okay.
So we'll start in the West.
Well, some of these I won't have guarantees for.
That's fine.
So, but
That's fine.
everyone that I do, I'll tell you.
Okay, bench talk guarantees. Here we go. First round, Oklahoma versus Phoenix.
Thunder guarantee.
Lakers Rockets.
This series too close to call.
Nuggets Timberwolves.
Too close to call.
Um,
I will lean Nuggets though.
we have Spurs Blazers.
Spurs guaranteed.
Piston Magic.
Too close to call.
Cavs Raptors.
Cavs winner.
Knicks Hawks.
Too close to call. Not gonna call that one. After last night, if you would have asked me this after game one, I would have said Knicks. But after last night, too close.
Boston Philly.
Boston.
Okay, now let's do this. Who is your finals winner off of the first couple days of the playoffs? Who do you see winning the whole thing? Thunder. Do the Thunder
Yeah,
get
they
past the
just
Spurs?
yeah, they just look like the same team. They just don't make mistakes. It's crazy. They play so fast, but they don't really make mistakes. And I think that even though people make like talk about it a little bit, but I think adding Jared McCain, I don't think he's gonna play every game, but I think that he just fills that gap of like, hey, we just need like one person to go out there and hit a big shot, and I think that he's gonna hit a big one at some point. I don't think it'll be in the finals, but I think it'll be maybe like Western Conference final, or maybe like next series. But I think he's gonna have one game where it's just like the Jared McCain game.
No LeBron run here.
No, I don't think so. Luke is out for the rest of this first round, so I don't even know if they're gonna make it out of the first round. It's kind of scary. Like Luke Kennard had to put up like 29 in the first game just for them to win it. And if like we have to have Luke Kennard putting up 30 every game for the Lakers just to have a chance to win with no KD, by the way, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a close one because Reeves didn't play either, but KD also didn't play, so it's just I don't know. That series is gonna be good. It'll be good to watch. When's game two tonight? I think.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be a good series for sure. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. As a
Yeah, game
LeBron
two
fan,
is
though, I
tonight.
want to say that they'll win this. But then if they win, who do they play?
True. Or they play the Thunder. They play the Thunder. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they'll have to go and play the Thunder, and Thunder I think are going to win it. Either Thunder, Thunder or in the East, it's harder. My heart says Knicks, my brain says Boston.
I would love to see the Pistons come out of the East. I'm a fan. I love like a historic organization like the Pistons. They're not like your Celtics or Lakers where they're just winning all the time. Just I feel like a good organization. They always have some fun teams. You think back to the Bad Boys. You think that 03-04 season with Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups. It might have been 04-05. I can't remember. But some fun teams.
The series doesn't feel like any like upset or like lower seed teams can win a series
It's
almost.
because the
Like,
Heat
can
aren't in
make
the
a
playoffs.
run.
If the Heat were in the playoffs, they would have made their annual run.
The Heat need a lot.
Yeah, that's another. Well, we'll get into an NBA free agency conversation later. But
Yeah.
what do you think about this?
Okay.
Boston Celtics repeat. Is that outlandish to say? Is that outlandish to call?
I mean, it wouldn't. The Thunder won it last year, so it wouldn't.
Or
I would
sorry,
say
not sorry. Boston Celtics winning again. That'll be the second time in 3 years. Not repeat.
I don't
That's what
think
I
it'd
meant
be
to say.
crazy. I don't think it's crazy.
You don't, you don't think it's a crazy call?
No, I think it's the same thing as last time. I think it depends on how Jalen Brown plays.
Because I would say if you ask anybody right now who are the contenders, you have Thunder, you have Spurs, you have it's really the Western Conference. You have the
I
Thunder,
really think
Spurs,
that
you
people
have
are sleeping on
Pistons.
the Nuggets.
Yeah, I would say the Nuggets are also in there, but that Nuggets Timberwolves matchup is just for me. I don't really love the NBA all the time, but when
I
it gets to
love
playoff
basketball.
basketball, Nuggets versus Thunder or Timberwolves. That's just always a great series. They just play like
So
it's
good.
just such a just hard fought series every time.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Ant is so nasty.
Yeah, and it's probably my favorite player in the league.
Yeah, I think he's probably. Yeah, he's probably mine as well. If not Ant, well, LeBron obviously, but besides LeBron, probably Ant.
I think Ant is just a fun player to watch.
NBA is good this year. It'll be
NBA,
the second round will be so much better than the first round. By the way, if the favorites kind of carry through like I'd expect them to, just because these lower seeded teams, maybe besides the Hawks, but the second round will be unreal basketball. It feels like the Western Conference is a conference to watch too. They have some heavy. Those teams are so good.
but yeah,
So I'm
I'll
excited for
say
that.
I'll say NBA is gonna be good, and I think we'll have more NBA talk, as the playoff progresses, and we can, get into some of those narratives and everything like that. But something I want to bring up, and this is something I want to talk about in the pod now for the last few weeks, but we haven't had our podcast because we've been busy. The Big Daddy Dingers organization is in full flow. And for those of you in Bench Talk not familiar, let me kind of preface this. You're listening to a multi-sport general manager who
Okay.
runs a big-time organization called the Big Daddy Organization. We have Big Daddy Buckets, Big Daddy Dingers, and Big Daddy Touchdowns. We're really a classy org. We do things the right way. We don't cheat and do things the wrong way. We're not scamming people out here in trades. We're just built from the draft, and so I drafted my fantasy baseball team, and I've had some frustrations this year. I'm 2-1, but a little bit of frustrations. I have 5 pitchers on the IL. Probably my fault.
Tough.
But I wanted to call out a few MLB players or baseball players here that I feel like you should follow here on Bench Talk, and this is for you too. I know you're not a baseball guy. You're getting into it a little bit. Names to fall out, and if you want to be a part of the Big Daddy organization here. First of all, Aaron Judge had an horrible start to the season. I do not know how I won my first 2 games without Aaron Judge freaking deciding to hit the ball. The guy went like 1 for 24 one week, and I still won. So shout out everybody picking up the slack. Problem is now that he's hitting the ball, my pitchers have fell off a cliff, and
Okay.
so I want to give a special shout out. Chase Burns is the only person that is consistently dealing for me right now.
Dude, he's
So
had a great start to the season.
he is, and he's had a little bit of an unlucky start. I feel like because he hasn't got the wins that he deserves for his pitching. He's got I think
Dude,
there's been 2 games he's thrown some good games, and they have
that's
got the
the
run
thing
support.
is like the Reds just like their pitching, like their whole bullpen right now is like really really good. Like it's not just Chase, it's that whole entire bullpen. It's just their offense is like, and I don't know any stats or anything to back it up, and I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that their offense is just not like carrying what they should be doing.
It's just baseball and pitching is one of those weird ones. Is like you could have a guy go like 8-8, and he just deals the whole season. Like he's just throwing good stuff, and it's just kind of a luck thing where he doesn't get the run support in enough games, and maybe he'll lose technically if he gives up one run, and then the team scores zero, then he still gets the loss for that because he gave it one run.
Crazy.
And so, if it's tied, you don't get the win either. Like it's just a really weird. Baseball is one of those. It's like kind of a weird way about that. But yeah, I wanted to shout out Burnsy for freaking carrying my pitching staff right now. I mean, it's been terrible. I want to shout out freaking I don't know how to say his name. What's his name? His name's like Randy Arosarena. I'll give you some backstory. He didn't dap up Cal Riley, or Cal Riley didn't dap him up at the World Baseball Classic.
Is this a catcher?
So the catcher didn't give him the handshake. This is the guy on the other team on Mexico. The catcher didn't give him the handshake. And I just knew as a general manager, I was like, that's going to light a fire in him. I was like, he's going to go off this year just because of that.
So this guy's on the Mariners too?
He's on the Mariners, and he's been great for me in fantasy so far. He's hitting the ball well. So I want to shout out him. I want to shout out Jackson Merrill as well. Jackson Merrill for the Padres. Guys hitting the ball well for the club. Shout out the Padres. But yeah, in terms of baseball, and this might be a hot take, and this is what I want to bring to you. Baseball is the best live sport viewing experience, and there's no take on it. I feel like
that is actually one of the worst takes.
There is nothing better than going to a baseball game, getting a burger dog, getting something, getting a couple beers, and just hanging out, talking to your friends, watching some good baseball. There's nothing better than that. I mean, I think it is just. I have the most fun watching baseball in person, I think, than any other sporting event. Like it just in terms of affordability, in terms of fan experience, in terms of you can bring anybody to a baseball game. I think it is maybe it's a hot take, but I think it's completely underrated in terms of what the experience actually is. And I can go $20, go to the Braves game, have a great night every time.
Yeah, that's one of the hottest takes of all time. I don't think it's bad. Like I would say it's probably top 3, but I think if we're just going off of like absolute best fan experience, I feel like the UFC's got to be a 1-1. I feel like you can't beat going to a fight. Like there's just no way at all you can beat that.
I would say the only one.
There's no way you can beat UFC.
The only one I think that can maybe. I think NHL is a great experience too. I think
NHL's awesome, but the intermissions between periods are just so long.
That's fair, I guess, as a fan, yeah. But I think NHL games are pretty sweet. An NFL live game experience, I don't think that's on there. I don't think the NBA.
I kind of like NFL a little bit better sitting on my couch.
That's not a hot take. I mean,
no,
I can get behind that.
NBA games are not that great. I'll admit it. Or regular season. I've never been to a playoff NBA game. I'm sure they're absolutely nuts. But
regular season.
I honestly think that UFC is probably 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know. UFC's That's my hot take though. I think baseball best fan viewing experience from my experience at least.
I mean, we can have different opinions.
Yeah.
Mine will probably be NFL the second I get in the Titans' new stadium, but that's to be determined. That's to be determined.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with the MLB and why the fan experience is so good is one. I think it's the last sport that's affordable. I think
they play 190 games.
Yeah, but
year.
That's okay. I mean, that's okay for me. It's affordable for me. 2, I think the history behind it. It's America's pastime for a reason. I think an underrated aspect of baseball is going to all the different ballparks across the states. And then a lot of them have their own little like twang and history and think about them. You think about Wrigley, you got the vines. You think about Fenway, you got the big green monster. You think about in San Diego they have a really nice ballpark as well as Atlanta used to have the one down in South Atlanta, but now the new battery. I think the battery's just cool. That's another.
Battery's pretty nice.
I'm gonna or Truist Park in the battery. This is low key a kind of a ramble session here, but that is such a good business model. And I don't know if you've noticed this with sports teams doing that. Like, so the Braves own the battery, and they get all that revenue from the battery, and there's an extra like $20 million a year that just comes to the organization.
Crazy.
I mean, that is like, and I think that's what a lot of sports teams are doing. Like, you kind of see like the Bears. I think they want to go to Indiana because they want to build a little complex around the Bears, or restaurants, things like that, for people to go and spend money there before and after a game. So I think that's something that's really interesting. But that was just so off topic, but it just came to my mind.
No, I mean we can talk about this because I have a take. I think the Portland Trailblazers have the worst owner of all time.
Okay, why is that?
So I don't know if you know this, but Portland Trailblazers are currently in the NBA playoffs. And if you've watched a playoff basketball game, most owners, I would say probably 99% besides the stupid Portland Trailblazers owners, they do t-shirts for the game. So like if you watch a Thunder game, everyone's decked out in Thunder blue shirts, and they've got their like playoff slogan. The Warriors used to do it with like all white or like all yellow, and then like the Heat when they do the whiteouts, you know what I'm talking about, all the white hot t-shirts. The Trailblazers owner, who's new this year by the way, just took over the team, made an announcement that they're not doing playoff t-shirts. And that they have a special surprise coming. If it's anything other than like a t-shirt, like it's just the biggest cop out cheap answer ever. Like because if you think about it, like MLB I feel like is you can do different things. NHL is like towels. They all the rally towels. Like I would say NFL, you can get away with towels. A lot of NFL teams do shirts, or maybe a couple do shirts. But like basketball is shirts. That's all they do. It's just stupid.
I think the Spurs did it great. Did you see the Spurs stadium?
The Spurs stadium was sick.
That was sick.
Maybe one of the coolest stadiums I've ever seen. Their floor was unreal.
How they did, I think the T-shirts or whatever, like that was cool. That was.
But like, that's what I'm saying. I'll be interested to see, and if this is going to come out before the Trail, I think it might come out on game. No, the game 2's tonight. So when they come out with what they have, it will be on our Instagram. So go check it because I will be the first to post it because I think that this is the most bullcrap thing an owner's ever done.
Yeah.
Also, they're not letting like the two-way players travel for the playoffs and stuff like that. Every NBA team does that. It's like one of those kind of like unspoken traditions where you like just bring the guys with you. They're not doing that, and he's just cheaping out over everything. It's so dumb.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing. I feel like it's just a general life thing we're getting now, where a lot of things are just you're losing a lot of the little traditions and things like that. But yeah, I didn't know that, and
he's cheapening out
just for the fan experience. You want to. I mean, they're already paying crap ton of money for the ticket. You might as well give them a T-shirt with it.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so Blazers owner.
We're just gonna go ahead and say it. Worst owner of the year.
All right, give me a BenchTalk certified right here.
BenchTalk certified, second worst owner of the year, right behind the Arsenal Gunner owner.
What was that shot for?
We gotta talk about it. We have to talk about it. No, we're an international sports podcast. We cover everything. We aren't just a podcast that's going to cover U.S. sports.
All right.
And I don't know too much about it, but listen, let me walk y'all through what happened over the weekend. It was over the weekend, correct? Okay. So I get it. I'm sitting there enjoying, I believe it was Sunday. Or was it Saturday?
It was Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. So, we got out of church, was heading home, ready to just kind of get my relaxing in before the Sunday scaries hit. I get a text on my phone. And for those of you who don't know, we have a big sports group chat with a bunch of our friends, and we always are just hanging out. A lot of those friends are featured on different parts of the Bench Sports or Bench Talk Sports org. You see them, you probably know who they are. But I get a text saying, basically, Arsenal has just absolutely fumbled this. And I remember a month or two back when my co-host was claiming that this is the year. Basically, like, we've done it. And also to set the storyline up, imagine how awesome it would be for Arsenal to win the league and Tottenham to get relegated in the same year. Maybe one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports. But Arsenal and Manchester City, clash of two titans, and Arsenal absolutely sold the bag. I mean, that would have what if you would have won that, you would have won the league, right? Pretty much.
I will say yes to that, but
Yeah.
I'll give my thoughts
And
whenever
so
you're,
now, and so
you're
now,
ready.
what? You're second in the table, or are you tied for first?
Still first right now. We have 3 points. I mean, this is what I'll say, and I'll go ahead and give my take on this, and people are going to disagree with it, but because the internet wants.
And this is a little plug for State Line or Stateside Touchline, where you'll
Yeah.
cover this more in depth. But
Yeah.
this needs to be talked about.
Yep. And so here's the TLDR, without me going into a rambling, you know, bunch of Arsenal talk. Feel really sad for the guys and for the coach. It's just a shame. They actually didn't really deserve to lose that game. They actually, I think, created the better chances, the more clear chances.
This is
They
sore
just
loser
didn't.
talk.
No, 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 no.
This is sore loser talk.
And it didn't. It didn't go their way. They didn't win, and they lost, and that's it. It's done. They lost. Now, there's 6 games left for each team, or 5 for Arsenal, 6 for City. If Arsenal win out, they can still win the title. And if both teams win out and Arsenal have a better goal difference, they still win the title. It's still in their hands. So it's not like all hope is lost. If anything, that performance gave me hope because they were really bad all month, very bad. And that was the best game they've played, I think, in about a month of watching them. I think my frustrations from that game come from, like, I always say this, and coaches will do this, and so I can't blame him. I feel like I'm pretty like when your back's to the wall, you stick there with the people who got you there. And so Arteta kept on Odegaard. He brought on Trossard, Ben White. These are his guys now. He's had for 3, 4, 5 years during this whole stint of trying to win the league. And he subs off Eze, and that was, I think, that was my one thing I was mad about during the game. I think other than that, I think there's a couple unlucky moments. They hit the post twice. Got a goal line clearance. There was controversial no red card given, but also back for Gabriel. They were lucky there. And then Holland, I think, fouled Gabriel on the corner on the goal, but I'm not going to complain about that because it was going both ways. But I think that was an actual foul. Like, they didn't even review. But that goal shouldn't have stood. But they were both giving it back, so I'm not going to be the one to argue on that. But I think there's a lot of time left. I just think for me the sadness is, like, why can't they just make it easy for themselves? Like, just do it, man. Like, because I think Arsenal get a lot of bad rep online for being this, like, playing this horrible soccer and playing like and Arteta being, like, lousy. But, like, if you actually watch the press conferences, if you watch them play, like, Arteta's a pretty classy manager. I really like him in terms of how he presents himself in the press conferences. Like him. I think Pep does pretty well in press conferences. He's pretty funny guy. He does well. Like, I think there's a couple of managers who hold themselves really well against the press, especially when they're getting back to the wall. Because I look at, like, managers like Arne Slot, and I know you don't probably know some of these people are, but it's just like the amount of glaze they'll get versus what they're actually saying. I'm like, man, if Arteta went and, like, whined like that in a press conference about something, like, he'd get a lot of crap. So it's just a shame, as a fan. But, like, also, I'm an Arsenal fan, so, like, I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, I'm giving up on the whole season after season. It's like, no, you gotta support the team. Like, it happens. Like, it's sports. If you let 11 dudes on a field ruin your entire mood every single day, it's not. I mean, it can frustrate you, but, like, it's like, what are you gonna do? You still gonna support them? You're gonna, like, just, like, act like you never watch them again? I mean, I don't know. So that's my take on it.
Just sounds like sore loser talk to me, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all
Not
right.
really
You'll get 'em
sore.
next year.
It's more sad. It's more sad.
Would
Like,
you
I'm like,
rather? Would you rather win the league or Tottenham get relegated?
both?
Nope. Have to pick one.
I would rather
One or
win
the
the league.
other.
I really don't care about Tottenham. I don't care. They're a free 6 points for Arsenal, so, like, it's not really, like, anything that bothers me. I'd
It's a
rather
tough one.
Arsenal win the league. I hope that they can win double. I mean, I say this: Arsenal are 8 games away from their best season. If they win all, if they were to hypothetically win 8 games out of 8, they're 8 games away from potentially the best season ever in club history. Why would I be in the dumps right now? You know, it's not over yet.
Because you didn't win the league.
It's not over. No one's won the league yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. There's an asterisk on it if they win the league between goal differential or goal whatever you call it.
Nope, there's not. They did it in
No,
1989.
there is.
Did it in
No, there's an
1989,
asterisk.
and no one
Can't
not
win
an
the big.
asterisk.
Arsenal can't win the big one. Some are saying that.
Well, we'll see if they win. We don't know yet. But
Okay,
yeah, we'll save the rest of that for stateside,
that's fun.
where we'll
Had
go
to
in
be
there.
brought up
But
though.
yeah, let's move to a different sport here. Let's go to NHL now. You know, you're talking at the beginning of the podcast that you're watching the NHL games.
Yeah, watching it right now actually.
Let's get into it here. Let's start. Let's start with who do you think will win the Stanley Cup?
So I don't want to. I'm not gonna be able to dive deep into every game or like every team. Also save that for like the fourth line. But my personal opinion, I think the Dallas Stars are gonna win it all. I think they're the best team.
Hmm. Okay.
After watching the first round, kind of, and just going through all the games, I think the Dallas Stars are gonna win the cup.
Yeah. I would love to see the Sabres do it. I think that would be so cool.
It'd be a cool story.
I think the Hurricanes are really good as well. I mean, it's one of those teams. Hurricanes always make it, and then they just they've been going into the Panthers, who the Panthers usually deal with them. But sadly, the Panthers had an injury riddled
Speaking
season
of the Hurricanes, I don't. Did you watch the game last night? It was a
where they
late
won
game. It
in
went late.
overtime.
Yeah.
I did.
But
I
it's
saw
not
bits
just
and
how they
pieces.
won in overtime. It's what happened before. So, and then we'll kind of skim through the rest, but this deserves to be talked about because it was by far that and the Penguins game were the two.
Sorry, continue.
That and the Penguins game was the two biggest games of the night last night. And I'll briefly cover the Penguins game. Penguins and Flyers game was the most physical game of hockey I've ever seen in my life. No one wanted to win that game. They did not care about scoring till like late. They legit just wanted to hunt each other and hit them as hard as they could. It was crazy. But that was a random tangent. Going back to the Carolina game, hockey needs to figure out, and I think that they're kind of, discussing if they want to do this rule. So Carolina enters a zone, and basically has about 2 minutes of just zone control time, and then they finally score. The coach for the Senators challenges the play, and I didn't know you could do this, but no matter, as long as the puck doesn't cross back out of the zone, you can challenge a play no matter how long it is, as long as the puck hasn't crossed. So he challenged an offsides call like 2 minutes prior and won it, and the game continued. Like the Hurricane won the game. Like they scored the game-winning goal, and then they called it off. But what I'm interested to see is instead of giving them a power play because there was a foul at a point during that kind of 2 minute span, they did a penalty shot. And I think if I'm the Hurricanes coach or manager, I don't really know what they call it in the NHL, I would rather have a power play. But yeah, and all in all, I mean, Carolina won. They deserved it. It was kind of like, you know, they had already scored and won the game. They deserved to win again. But
Yeah.
yeah, NHL is awesome.
Yeah. No, NHL is great, and I mean, it's just playoff hockey is so fun. It's always the guy like the one thing you can never say about the NHL is they don't go hard. I mean, they fight for everything. I mean, it's just a physical game. It's just such fun hockey to watch, and it's just such a fun sport. I think playoff hockey is one of the most kind of with my take with baseball. I think NHL hockey playoffs is one of the best viewing experiences. Maybe in person would
It
probably be
might
great.
be
I've
the
never been,
best.
but from the couch, I mean, it's just nonstop action. It's great, good fun. Love it.
Yeah, playoff hockey might be the best. It's legit, like, it's so insanely physical. It is crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Um, we'll leave the rest of the NHL coverage though to go more in depth in the fourth line. That's not our
Yeah.
in depth here. We wanted to bring it up and talk about how much we're loving it because we've been keeping our eyes on it.
It's
Um,
awesome.
now, so let's just I think we can do this announcement here. Bench Talk Live reactions coming for the NFL draft on this Thursday. We are super excited.
Facts.
Bench Talk is excited to present to you the fact that we all support losing ass teams and all of our teams have first 10, 15 picks. And so that's the good part
Facts.
about this is we can talk about great picks because our teams suck. So this is going to be a fun night. Let's get right into it. I'm going to hit
Boys
you
will
with
be
some
buzzing.
narratives. Everyone's going to be buzzing. Let's get a little pre-draft talk here.
So
Fernando Mendoza has been getting a lot of crap online, and you've been on air, having your opinions on if Fernando Mendoza is really a fraud or not. Now we've
have.
seen we've seen him, lead Indiana to a national championship. We've seen him, prepare for this NFL draft. Obviously, Las Vegas is going to take him, but what do you think? What's your take on Mendoza? Give me your final pre-draft take on Mendoza.
I mean, one's the right spot. He's best quarterback in the draft. I don't think he'll start next year. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I think Kirk Cousins is going to win that job and start all year. I think that they're going to try and do like the whole like Tom Brady thing where they just and it's different because Tom Brady wasn't 1-1, but I think they're going to try and give him a year to just fully learn behind Kirk and like just ride out that first year with Kirk and then afterwards give the reins to Mendoza.
Do you
But
think
it'll
he'll
be
be a
interesting.
good NFL caliber player?
I think he'll be a starting quarterback. I don't think he'll be anything great, but I think he'll be good for sure. He kind of like if I were to compare like a starting quarterback comparison, I could see like a like a Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is just increasingly getting a little bit better each year. He had a really rough year, but he's still a good starting quarterback and has crazy games. He kind of reminds me like I wouldn't say he reminds me of Trevor at all, but like that's the caliber that I see him being.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, another thing that's happening, we talked about the bench talk curse earlier in the podcast. A.J. Brown looking to be going to the Patriots, but along with A.J. Brown going to the Patriots are in a rough spot, as we come into this back to the wraparound into the NFL news. What are your thoughts going on with the Patriots? Did we curse that franchise? Vrabel had some difficult talks, he said, so what's going on
Yeah, did you
there?
see his press conference today was weird. It honestly sounded like he kind of basically admitted to it without admitting to it. Him and Rossini just like having the most romantical getaway ever. So like I don't know. I don't even know if AJ Brown's a good fit on the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Patriots news. It's yeah, a lot going on there. But sorry,
I would
Patriots
say it's probably
fans.
a bad time to be in that locker room. That's for sure.
Yeah, interesting time. Now, to more fun news, into a way better franchise with way more Super Bowls and way more upside and potential, with probably maybe one of the greatest quarterbacks to come out of the college system. The Tennessee Titans. Who are they gonna pick?
Oh, this I really don't know the closer we get to it because where we're at now is I really thought we were going to go Jeremiah Love, but I don't know if
Uh,
he's going to be there.
I've been seeing news that Arizona is looking to take maybe Jeremiah Love.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think they're going to take Jeremiah Love, and then I think we might go, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but Mal Noah, the offensive lineman from Miami. That would be my next pick. That's who I'd want. I want to stay, and I know you're a Miami fan, but I want to stay away from Ruben Bain. I don't like it. I think he's going to be a good player, but I just think it's kind of I think the Titans just have to go offense at some point. Like the
So you
reach the I want Mal Noah though, if that's how you say his name. Sorry.
so you think the Titans are gonna go offense at four?
Yeah, I think we have to. The only thing I don't want is I'm scared that they're gonna reach and go like Tate, which I don't even know if that's considered a reach, but like I don't know. I'm scared on going, wide receiver with the fourth pick.
Yeah, no, that's very very valid. But I don't think I'd go Tate's a reach at four. I don't think that he'll he'll. I don't think I so as a Dolphins fan, I think that like I actually want the Dolphins to go right wide receiver. Whether that's Tate, there's no way Tate falls to the Dolphins at 11. I don't think he makes it there, but that would be cool. But Kai Lemon is a guy that you
Yeah.
from USC. I think he's a dog. If you really want to reach, I think his name is Jordan Tyson from ASU, also dog. So
Yeah.
I think Dolphins need a receiver. We just traded Waddle. I think we get a playmaker in there, get someone who can that Malik Willis can work with. So I'm excited about that. Um, yeah, like we said, draft night. Who do you think? Now let me ask you this: who is going to be the steal of this draft and why? Or who's your steal of the draft? Who's someone you're like guaranteed? If I look at this guy's Pro Bowler. He's gonna have a great career.
Mm,
Or who's your guy? Like if you're taking one guy from this draft class, let's not say steal. Who's this guy you're taking from the draft class? You had to put your money on it. You just love their profile. That's going to be a good player in the NFL.
okay, I will say this then. I'm not gonna do like a if I had to put money on it, but someone that I want to keep my eye on is Ty Simpson.
Why is
Ty
that?
Simpson just to me feels like one of those players who like just will have like kind of be a backup for a little bit and then just will all of a sudden just kind of figure it out. You know, like he didn't have the best final year at Alabama. I I'm wondering if it was Ty that they just did a report that he had some type of like cyst on his spine, which was causing a lot of like shoulder or maybe like leg issues or like pain and like I don't know. I something about Ty Simpson makes me feel like he's going to be kind of a good quarterback going forward, like a really good system quarterback. And Ty I think has a decent arm, but that's just the quarterbacks. I think the best player of the draft is actually Jeremiah Love. I think he's going to be an absolute beast.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love feels like the can't fail pick, right?
Yeah, at least for offensive side. But it's just the question is like what I don't understand with the Cardinals is why would they reach for a running back when they already have Connor and they just got Algier? Like that's what I don't understand. Unless they plan on dealing one of them, but what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
Rotate three backs?
yeah. Well, that I mean, I think Connor. I think Connor might be the one to go, but yeah, I don't know. I think for me from this class, I really like Caleb Downs. I think he's just guy's a stud.
So good.
He's one of those like he's so good that usually I feel like safeties in the NFL and I was reading something about this is that they don't draft them high anymore because the safety like isn't as a coveted position. But even with that, Caleb Downs is such a monster prospect that he can play in so many multiple different packages and formations. Is that like he's still going to be a top five, top six pick? I
I honestly think
also
the Titans might take him.
I also want to watch. This is a fun one. I just think he's a fun player. Not that I know if he'll be good. Is Casey Conception from A&M, 5'11
Yeah.
receiver, speedy guy. I just think he's a fun player. And also just I love Carnell Tate too. Carnell Tate's a big body. Guy's got great hands. I
I mean,
love
Ohio
Carnell
State
Tate.
receivers are just good. Like they just are
Yeah,
always good in the
love
NFL.
Carnell Tate. I also really like Omar Cooper Jr. Don't know if he will translate like really well to the NFL, but as a player, I think he's really good and really fun. That would also be an interesting guy to watch as well because I think he was underrated in college. I mean, maybe not underrated too much. I mean, he made some big plays. I guess he was pretty rated in college, but I thought he was very good. So I can see him also doing good. Draft night stories. Do you think that Carson Beck gets drafted? Someone like that.
Yeah,
Do we
yeah,
see
I think
Beck
he
getting
will
drafted?
eventually. Yeah, eventually. I think the biggest story of the draft will be who the Giants take.
Well, the
Because
Giants have.
Giants had that huge trade with the
Yep,
Bengals,
and
and
they
so
have a
they
10th
have
pick
what
now.
now? It's is it 5 and 10? They have
They
both
have
those.
5 and 10, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I
the
think the
question
biggest
is,
story will be who they take.
yeah, the question is who do they take? What? Yeah, I mean,
Because what do the Jets have?
the Jets have the
They're up
second pick, and then they have the
in 12.
16th pick.
Second and 16. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. The New York teams, it'll be so interesting to see who they both take.
Now let me ask you this: pre-draft night, what franchises do you think are in the good gunner seat for a next year blow up? You're way too early NFL pre-draft predictions.
Like just with the draft, like who will
Just
draft
with
the
the
best,
draft,
or
like the Giants have a bunch of
what
picks,
team do I
like
think?
teams that are in prime position to pop next year.
I mean,
If
you
they were
guys
to
say
do
the
it right.
Giants. I think you guys say the Giants. With Harbaugh, I think you have to say the Giants. My heart is telling me the Titans, though. Like I think the Titans are just there's a chance that we're close. I don't know how close, but there's a chance that we're close.
There's a chance I draft Cam Ward next year in fantasy, so I can't.
I mean, it depends on a lot.
Yeah, I can't hate.
Titans need wide receivers.
Yeah, the Titans need a couple offense pieces. Couple, maybe, I don't know. The Titans have a lot of picks this draft. I don't know how many picks they have. How many picks the Titans have? Do you know?
Not a ton.
Do
I
they
only
have all their
have one
picks?
first rounder.
Do they have all their picks though?
I think I don't know. I know we
Let's
have
see.
one first rounder. I think we have one second and then two thirds. I could be wrong.
Let's see. The Titans have
Like the
they
Titans
have
are just
all
gonna
they
have
have
to
all their
draft
they
one.
have all their picks. Yep. They have
How many seconds do we have?
oh, let me deep dive into this now. The Tennessee Titans have drum roll please. Goodness, the teasers. Okay. You guys just have you have one first, you have the 35 pick in second. You have all your you just have two round 5 picks and two round 6s.
Sick.
Two fives, two
Yeah,
sixes.
so we're
and
just
then-
gonna have to draft well. We'll see. We'll see what the Titans do. Thursday will be exciting. You'll all get my live reaction to whatever the Titans do.
Teams with the most picks, we have the Dolphins. Dolphins have 11. Jacksonville's got 11. Steelers have 12. Um, Steelers are just Baltimore's got 11. Uh, Steelers are an interesting place, man. Steelers are an interesting place.
Weird, man. They gotta draft a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, they have Will Howard, but I guess it depends if they want to rock out with Will Howard.
I think
So
they
the
gotta draft a quarterback.
Titans have 9 picks. They have all their picks. I mean, it's good. Let's see if they can draft anyone well. You're gonna have
Yeah, gonna have to have a big night.
Big the Bull, Big Salah in the room there. You know, trying to make things happen. So let's see what this new coaching staff can do and see if they can set the Titans on the right path.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thursday night should be fun. It'll be interesting to see who goes before because I think if Love falls to us, we have to take him.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Love goes, man. Like, I would love to see. I would love
I think
to
he's
see
gonna go to Arizona.
Love. I would love to
I think
see
he's gonna go to
Love with a
Arizona.
good quarterback. And I think Cam Ward. The thing is, you guys have Tyjae Spears,
Tony
and
Pollard.
Pollard still. Yeah, like I would like Love and Cam Ward would probably be money. Like that would be such fun ball to watch.
That's what I
but-
like to see, just to give something exciting. But you never know.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, so do you have any other thoughts on the draft or anything else that we haven't talked on yet, or else? I think for me that's all I had on my side.
Yeah, I think the NHL. I think just tune in. I think right now the number one thing to watch is the NHL. I think you can, if you have to pick a sport, I'd say watch NHL, at least the first round, because there's some banger series. NBA, wait till second round, but please tune in Thursday. It's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have Jets fans with us. We're gonna have a Miami Dolphins fan. There'll be a couple of Titans fans, I'm sure. We're gonna try and get a bunch of people in the mix. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be good fun and good live reactions. And yeah, shout out. We're so happy to have Bench Talk Sports rolling again. We're out
We're
of
back.
the dark abyss that was happening through our lives in terms of just busyness. We have the light of the tunnel. Summer's coming. Good weather. Good sports talk. And
Let's do it.
World Cup. And so it's gonna be fun.
Can we get a Jesus Amaya World Cup jingle?
Jingle?
Yeah, can you like sing the song of the summer?
Oh,
Let's
I
do a
don't know.
deal. If Arsenal loses the league, you have to post a song of the summer.
I would just post like a Juice World song if they lose the league.
No. You have to sing it.
I can't take that. It's not like
Just a thought. Just a thought.
If you would have told me that, right now I can't take that. If you maybe asked me a month ago, you may have got me, but
Just a thought. Just a thought.
yeah. And so yeah, it's not good. Not wait. Let's not talk about Arsenal in the podcast. Right now it's a
Okay.
touchy subject right now. But let's say this. Let's go. We got a lot of stuff coming. We got World Cup. We got all the playoffs here. NBA going into June. We have the NHL playoffs happening now.
Next month
Golf.
we've got another major.
Got another major. We also have football draft, free agencies coming up. A lot of good stuff coming. And so, with all that being said, if you guys made this far, thank you for watching. We're glad to be back. And we'll see you guys next week.
See y'all.
Deuces.